What's good? It's your boy Jay. That's me. Let's discuss NXT from February the 6th, 2024. The fallout from this past Sunday's Vengeance Day. Pretty okay show for the most part. We are still building towards Stand and Deliver, as well as building towards NXT Roadblock next month. So this is a pretty okay show for the most part. So we kick the show off with Carmelo Hayes. He gets into the ring and says, "Not yet." Then "Fuck you, Melo" chants break out. They boot Melo out the building, basically. And then Melo dips out. He just says, "Not yet." Moving on. So Baron Corbin and Bron Breakker, they're out next. And so they said that they're here for the spur of the moment. We want to come out and begin our celebration. That's what Baron Corbin said. Bron Breakker says, "What are you doing?" And then Bron Breakker calls for Alicia Taylor to come over and do to introduce them, and she does. So Baron Corbin was like, "How much did you pay her to say that?" He said he's not going to ruin this celebration. Something was off the charts. We won the cup, and our names are right there forever. And my name just happens to be first. In all seriousness, we dominated. Knowing that there's no one in this company that can stop them. Maybe with the top rope. They mentioned that for last Sunday, which was good. You got a little mark right there. You're good, right? Bron Breakker says when you're running 23 miles per hour, stuff's going to go wrong, all right? He says, you never done that. So he congratulates Baron Corbin because he was able to do his first dive. He said, you would never make it to the top rope if I never gave your big ass a boost. Corbin's like, okay, let's get back on track. We won the cup. We get a tag team title shot. Tony D and Stacks and the Wolf Dogs, they're on the hunt. And then out of nowhere, Axiom and Nathan Frazier, they come out. So this leads us into our first match of the night, which is tag team action between Axiom and Nathan Frazier versus Malik Blade and Idris Inoue. The Wolf Dogs are on commentary, which is great. And sadly, my boys, Idris Inoue and Malik Blade, they lose. So Axiom and Nathan Frazier, they get the win. Man, my boys can't catch a break. I don't know what the hell Shawn Michaels is doing, but for whatever reason, Idris Inoue and Malik Blade are basically nothing more than jobbers. They are jobbers. I don't know, man. They've got all the tools. They got good look. They're charismatic. They're decent on the mic. And they have good in-ring skill. But Shawn Michaels just won't give them a push. I have no idea why. And it's pretty damn annoying, in my opinion. Moving on. So, Ilya Dragunov tells Kelly Kincaid that he's here to get interest from Carmelo Hayes. So, Ilya comes out. He says, he calls Trick Williams. He says that we went to war, Trick. He says he just doesn't respect him. He likes him. But it doesn't matter how much he respects him or he doesn't like him. He couldn't allow Trick to slay the Mad Dragon. He said at Vengeance Day, Trick gave him everything. There's one man to beat me. You would be a worthy champion, but now as the NXT champion, it's my duty to call out one person, Carmelo Hayes. He's attacked Ilya for a couple months with false accusations. There was never any mental manipulation between him and Trick. But now we can all see your true colors. You snake. You couldn't see your best friend reaching new heights at NXT. So, Melo, you come out right now. because those people already gave it to you verbally. I will go beyond breaking you. You traitorous son of a bitch. I love that. I was like, oh shit, Ilya means fucking business. And then Ilya says, what's wrong, Melo? You can't look me in the eye, knowing that all you have the advantage of attacking me from behind. Come out here right now, or I will come out and find you myself. Then lame-ass Dijak comes out and stinks up the damn joint. He says, why are you so obsessed with Trick and Melo? He tells the crowd to shut the hell up. He says, you're obsessed with Trick and Melo. But you should be, because you're NXT champion. If you saw what I did at Vengeance Day, didn't you? Look at us, a couple of winners. And then Ilya says, Dijak, this is not the time. Tonight's not the night. And I'm not the man you're looking for right now. So they continue to go back and forth. And Ilya says, I would advise you to stay out of my way. You get it? Because my business tonight has to do with Melo. Now trust me, on the day I pass across again, you will suffer like you never suffered before. And you will realize why I am unbreakable in German. I forgot what they call it in, I think it's Russian or whatever for unbreakable. I can't pronounce it correctly. So Dijak then punches Dragunov. They have a little brawl, and they're separated. I still don't understand why Shawn Michaels continues to push Dijak. I really don't. I feel like he's way past NXT. It's time for him to go back to the main roster. He needs to be a part of Judgment Day to replace Damian Priest. I think that would better serve Dijak, if we're being honest. Moving on. So, Thea Hale and JC Jane, they're backstage. They're still on Cloud 9 over the sales of the 2024 Chase U calendar. JC Jane says that Thea Hale can't be too available to Riley Osborne. She's never wrong. So, Thea Hale should listen to her and play hard to get. Okay, that's fine there. But again, is JC Jane, is she sincere in all this? Or is she just going to screw over Thea Hale? I don't know. It's just something that I've been thinking about. I'm like, it could be some interesting shit going down, but I don't know. This is fine, I guess. Moving on, so we get a Robert Stone and Von Wagner vignette. So Robert Stone's kids, twin kids, they show up for whatever reason, and they hype up Von Wagner and Robert Stone. They want them to be a team. Mr. Stone's talking down to his sons like, no, Daddy's done doing that. I'm no longer an in-ring competitor. And then they all hype him up. And then so he agrees to be Von's tag partner to take on Oro Mensah and Noam Dar. So that's fine there. Next, Lexis King versus Riley Osborne. Lexis King gets the win via the coronation. That's fine there. Lexis King kicks ass. It's just right now he has no sense of direction. And I don't know why Shawn Michaels has not found something for him to do. He needs to put him in a feud with somebody. Lexis King is too damn good to just be having random matches. He needs a sense of direction. He's a good-ass character. He's good on the mic. He's decent in-ring. He needs to be in a feud of some sort. And I don't know who on the NXT roster you can feud him with, but Shawn Michaels needs to do something with him. He needs to. Moving on. So we get a Kalani Jordan vignette, And she's just basically talking about how she's going to have a really good 2024. She's had a bunch of setbacks and everything else. She always tries to do her best when she's in the ring. So that's pretty cool. Moving on. Speaking of the people who want to take out Kalani Jordan, that being Kiana James and Izzy Dame, they begin bullying Brenley Reese, who basically is the chick who's been following Idris NFA and Malik Blair around for a couple weeks. So that's fine. So what they do is they harass the women's locker room, basically, and they bully Brenley Reese, and they pour her coffee in the trash can. So that's pretty cool. I like that. I love me some Kiana James and Izzy Dame. They are a good duo. Man, I do not understand for the life of me why in the fuck Shawn Michaels has not brought back the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships. This division desperately needs those titles. Desperately. Because you could have a division. If you're being honest, we really could have a division. Because I feel like for the NXT Women's Championship, you only need maybe like 4 to maybe 6 solid contenders. And then whoever doesn't make the cut, you could easily just throw them together as a tag team. And this gives the ladies something to do. That's just me. That's what I would do if I was booking this. But it is what it is. Moving on. So Carmelo Hayes, he comes out again for a second time. This time he's ready. The crowd still eats him up. He sits in the chair. He gets on the mic and says, the villain is always the villain when the hero is telling the story. But why is it that nobody wants to hear my side? Trick, I'm not jealous of your success. I allowed you to succeed. I wanted you to achieve the highest of highs in this business, and I wanted you to make your parents proud. And just when you got close enough, I had to be the one to take it away from you, just to remind you of your place, just to remind you of what happens when you cross me, when you bite the hand that feeds you, because the truth of the matter is, Trick, you crossed me first. We had an agreement. You were going after the NXT North American Championship, and I was going to go after the NXT Championship. But you let all these people get into your head and started to believe in your own hype. You believe that you and I were on the same level? No way. Trick, you went behind my back and you went after something that belonged to me. And at that very moment, I knew what I had to do. So the $1 million question is that everybody wants to know. Did I attack Trick Williams? You're damn right. I did, and I would do it again if he crossed me. And then they did the whole Shawn Michaels Bret Hart thing where they played Trick Williams' music. Mel looked like he was scared, but Trick didn't come out. So Melo continues on by saying, man, I can't get nothing past you guys. Trick isn't coming back. He's laid up in the hospital next to Booker T, chanting that stupid ass song. Hey, I don't know why everybody else is so surprised. I've been this way the entire time. I'm the coldest. I'm mellow. You're talking about a 2-time North American champion. I'm talking about a 2-day North American champion. Trick and I are not the same. You're so caught up in these headlines that you pushed your own boy to the sidelines. You and everybody else needs to hear that nothing on this brand gets passed without being ran through Carmelo Hayes. So Trick, you want to be like Melo so bad, you started to wear your glasses like Melo. You slide into the apron like Melo, wearing the same gear as Melo. But at the end of the day, you're just a Trick. This was never collaboration, Trick. You were always my hype man. That's all it is, and that's all you'll ever be. Damn, this was absolutely beautiful. This is absolutely tremendous. I love this. This was great. But we could have got this a while ago, really and truthfully. We could have got this a while ago. But it is what it is. But this is really, really good stuff. Really good shit. Really good. This was great. Hopefully, Trick will be off television for a while. Maybe he makes his return at NXT Roadblock. Because I'm pretty sure what they're going to probably do is Carmelo Hayes and Ilya Dragunov, and Trick is going to return and cost Melo, and that's how we're going to start their feud leading up into Stand and Deliver, and that match should be the main event. That has to be the main event. It has to be. For Stand and Deliver. It has to be. So this was great. This is really good stuff. Next, moving on, we get a Who's the Man with Three Faces, and we get another cryptic vignette that airs. I'm not sure who this is. I want to say it might be Okada. I really do think that it's going to be Okada. I know some people have said Julia, but I think it's going to really be Okada. I don't see this being Julia. I don't. I really don't. We'll see how it goes. We know that the guy who used to work for Stardom, he's behind this vignette for sure. I forgot the guy's name. So it escapes me right now. But he's behind this, and hopefully this is Okada, because Okada does need to be in WWE, and I think he would be solid in NXT. I know people would be upset, well, he's not on the main roster. It's like the main roster audience would not know who Okada is, all right? Unless they were to go to like a smart mark town, like a Philly or New York or Chicago or something like that. But no, the main roster, no one's going to know who Okada is. Nobody is. But this is intriguing. Hopefully we get a reveal. I don't want to say at NXT Roadblock. Hopefully we can keep up with the vignettes for a while. And maybe have the reveal at Stand and Deliver. So I don't know if they can continue to go on 2 months of vignettes, but at some point we gotta really, if it is Okada, then we really need, that to happen on like a big stage, if we're being honest. Moving on. So we get an Oba Family vignette, which is really good. I'm a big fan of Oba Family. He's the man. Moving on. Roxanne Perez versus Lola Vice. So towards the end of the match, out of nowhere, Tatum Paxi comes out. She's got the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament contract still in hand for whatever reason. And then this allows for Lola Vice to hit her spin kick, and then Roxanne Perez gets the win via the Pop Rocks. And the match here was solid between Roxanne Perez and Lola Vice. I'm not gonna hold you up. There was a nasty back elbow drop that Lola Vice did. If I was booking it, that would have been the finish, because that thing was nasty. I was like, damn. Roxanne Perez took it like a champ. So this is fun. I guess they're gonna still continue the Roxanne Perez, Lola Vice, Tatum Paxley mini feud, I guess. And I guess that's what they're going to do. I don't know. Moving on. So we have a backstage interview with Metaphor. So Lash Legend, she's not impressed with Ren Sinclair at all. They're levels above her and Fallon Henley. So Kelly Conway wanted to get Noam Dar's thoughts on Von Wagner's continued pursuit of the Heritage Cup. He says they are the dream team, and they're going to put an end to Von Wagner and Robert Stone next week. So then the No Quarter Catch crew, they joined the conversation. They all hinted at getting a title shot at the Heritage Cup. Okay, this is fine, I guess, but why? Why? I don't get it. It's 4 of them. Couldn't two of them go after the NXT Tag Team Championships. One could go after the North American Championship, and another one could go after the Heritage Cup. That's what I would do. It's four of them. And I'm so glad that Miles Bourne did not talk. I am thankful to the creator above that he did not talk, because he does not need to be talking at all. The main talkers of the group should be Drew Gulak and maybe Damon Kemp. He's okay on the mic. Charlie Dempsey is not too bad. He's serviceable as well. Next, Fallon Henley and Ren Sinclair. They were defeated by Lash Legend and Jakar Jackson. So, Lash Legend gets the win via the chokeslam powerbomb for the 1-2-3, which is fine. Moving on. So, Josh Briggs, he's backstage talking to some guy, and he runs into Jensen. And so Josh Briggs tells Brooks Jensen to stop feeling sorry for himself. There's an entire performance center filled with superstars who are ready to take a spot. He can either sit and cry like he's doing now, or he can grow a set and be a man. It's time for Jensen to wake up. So he's basically giving him some tough love, and he jacks him up on the near the lockers. So this is great. So I do like this. This makes perfect sense. Again, I've said this before. If you're going to break up a faction, you have to have a plan for all the members involved. You have to. If you don't, it's going to fall flat on its face. It's going to. Moving on. So, Jada Parker, she tells Ava Raine that Out the Mud has unfinished business with the family. Jada Parker wants a one-on-one match with Adriana Rizzo next week. However, Out the Mud can't be at ringside during the match, according to Ava Raine. And then Ava, she tells Ridge Holland that he can run through Gallus one member at a time, but if he loses, he can't no longer go after Gallus. So this makes perfect sense. I'm glad that the Out the Mud Tony D and Stacks feud, and the D'Angelo family feud, that's still going on. So that's great there. So really good stuff there. Moving on. Main event of the evening. Ilya Dragunov versus Dijak. Ilya Dragunov gets the win via the H-bomb. Also, Joe Gacy, he was in this match. He was under the apron. Under the ring apron. So they're going to continue the Joe Gacy Dijak feud. That's fine. Post-match, Carmelo Hayes, he attacks Ilya from behind with a chop block, and then he beats down Ilya, and then he hits Ilya with the NXT Championship, and then we go off the air. So that makes sense. So I'm correct. They're probably going to set up Ilya and Carmelo Hayes for a roadblock. That's when Trick Williams is going to make his grand return, and we can start the Trick and Melo feud that will begin at Stand and Deliver. So NXT this week was okay. It could have been a lot better, but it was okay. I thoroughly enjoyed most of the show for the most part. But what did you guys think? Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.